95.7 The Hog, the homegrown happy hour. That's Guy. I'm Riggs. It's the Brew Review with Vinny from SR. Perot. Hey, Vinny. Prost.
Post!
Hey.
It's post!
We're in a German mode.
That's it, German mode. Why are we in German mode?
I don't know.
Because last week started Oktoberfest. Pretty excited.
Oktoberfest.
September 22nd. I know
Okay.
it's called Oktoberfest, but it started September 22nd. It runs 12 to 14 days. So this Friday, we're in the middle of it. So I said, what the heck? We might as well do Oktoberfest. But then I said to myself, why would I just bring one style of beer?
Right.
Oktoberfest. Well, there's a few different versions, American version, German version,
Right.
but I said, why don't I bring some seasonal stuff as well? So we have a seasonal Oktoberfest lineup coming into the fall. I realize it's 97 degrees outside right now, and we're never going to see a leaf fall. But in my head,
there. Gee, here we go. I'm sorry. This has been happening like the last week.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, though, it amazes.
Everywhere.
It amazes me how you can make that stuff happen when we do
The
these.
fan will blow them out.
It
it's
is
good.
all out the door.
It's all good.
She just said they're like cats.
We are.
Meow. And she meaning my assistant, Krista.
Krista!
Hey!
Hi.
Krista!
Oh, she talked this time.
like it.
Little news, Krista is going to be leaving me. I know.
It's fine.
Absolutely. So Krista decided instead of working for I'll come in and console you in a minute.
I'm all right.
Krista said instead of working for a distributor, she'd rather work for a brewery. So
Okay.
she's going to go work for...
Atlantic Beach Brewing Company in Jacksonville.
They're out of Jacksonville. We had them on a couple weeks ago, which is awesome. So
like
we're pretty
this.
excited for Krista. We'll have her back on the radio with Atlantic Beach, and hopefully she'll talk a little bit more then.
I think I'll then.
I
Okay,
like
good.
that idea.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, maybe not.
As long as you bring beer, we don't care.
Yeah. Here you just get to enjoy this one. You don't have to work this one.
I think we just have to have a little censor there on the video part. If you thank
Of course.
you. All right, so we get it all set. So you guys all ready to do a little bit of seasonal Oktoberfest
What do
stuff?
you got? You have all kinds of stuff. Crack into something.
I got it all. We're going to crack.
Let's see what
the
you got.
first one we're going to work. Oh, and by the way, instead of having sample cups, we're going to have sample mugs.
Commemorative Steins.
Commemorative Steins. I'm glad you got that out because I couldn't.
Fun fact, the history of Oktoberfest, Crown Prince Ludwig later became King Ludwig, and he was married to Princess Therese of Saxony, and on the 12th of October, 1810, they got married, and they invited everybody to celebrate the event.
And this is actually how it started. And I think I talked about this a couple weeks ago. The way that the Oktoberfest got started with the beer styles is originally called a Marzen, and they would take it in March, brew it in March, lock or lager it away in caves and bring it back out for Oktoberfest. And that's kind of where that style came from. They've changed it up a little bit. Now it's called the Wiesn, which is the Paulaner, which is the original Oktoberfest that's served in Germany. We will get to that. That is the original. Well, that is one of the original breweries that are only allowed to be in Munich during an Oktoberfest and be able to serve out of in Oktoberfest out of their tent. They're one of 6 breweries. The other one we have is Hofbrau, and there's a few other ones after that. We don't carry them, but I'm trying to remember off the top of my head as we go through. I'll tell you.
Okay.
But the first we're going to start with is not an Oktoberfest. Some people like to call it Oktoberfest.
Sure.
I just call it an Oktoberfest.
You can call it Hogtoberfest if you want.
Oktoberfest.
There you go.
I'm going to
Cheers.
say this is why they pay you guys the big money.
Cheers.
I'm serious.
3 letters.
Wait a minute, you get paid?
Hey, what beer is it?
We're going to go with the Leinenkugel Berry. I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to say anything. So we're actually going to do Leinenkugel Berry Shandy. They used to do a Oktoberfest-style beer, but they decided everybody had so many Oktoberfest that they would do a berry shandy. So they decided to go ahead and do this. It's with a blackberry and honey.
Okay.
It's a great beer. Kind of fits that fall kind of coming in, a little bit darker, a little more heavier fruit, a little touch of honey. And it is a shandy, so it's a wheat beer mixed with juice.
Cool.
So we're pretty excited.
Yum. I'm down. Here's another fun fact that you mentioned that cave loggering. The term cave diver or cave dweller came from the people who used to use with the lowering ropes and try to steal that beer.
Oh.
I just made that up, but it sounds like it applies to what that actually is, right?
Even that pretend science you have is always awesome.
I mean, it can't all be in textbooks. You got to learn some stuff on the streets.
Boys,
Absolutely.
mine's the one that says hog on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let me test it
You
out
got
for
the
you
one that
first.
says hog.
Oh. Leinenkugel.
I can't really judge the sampling because the cups are a little bit bigger. Although, actually, in my hand, they don't look as big. So I may have to use this one to kind of get it out there. So I matched the rest. Let me see yours, guy. Yeah, we look the same now.
Yeah.
All right, so we're all good. All right, everybody.
It's a scale.
Love you guys.
I got 2 words for you. Let's drink.
I was going to say, I bet she's not post.
I love this tasty beer.
Post.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love this beer.
It's good.
Leinenkugels has, they do the Shandy right.
Yes, they do.
You know?
And Shandy's actually a German-style beer. That's one reason why it's good that we have it in here. And Leine's been around for a long, long time, since the mid-18 to late 1800s. It's the same Leinenkugel family that runs it, 5th generation. Miller Brewing Company owns it, but everything's brewed out of the lining areas out in Wisconsin, and they let the family run it. They just kind of help support it, kind of go with it, and kind of roll with it. So that's why, we're seeing a lot of these bigger breweries take over smaller breweries. Miller does it right. They let the people do their own thing. They don't try to take it over and change the recipes and cheapen it out. So that's why I have a lot of respect for Miller.
Yeah.
Is Miller Coors, and because they do it that way. And this is a great beer. This is the seasonal. It's just coming out now. You can find this in Publix and ABCs and Total Wines, pretty much everywhere. And they normally have the summer Shandy, which we tried earlier.
That's right.
About 5 weeks ago.
Lemony,
The
zesty.
Lemonade, zesty, kind of great. And this is the berry Shandy with the honey and blackberry. I mean, it's really good.
This is a total. You want to gateway something from anything else to beer. This is a great way to go.
And it's a great beer for the cooler weather too, because it's a little bit darker. It's got a little more flavor profile behind it, so it's real nice and clean.
Right now, mine's
Absolutely.
really clear because it's empty.
It's
all right. There's more coming.
No,
I love
there
it.
is.
I love
Absolutely.
that.
It's only available till February, and it's 4.2 ABV.
Thank you, sir. That's awesome. I love having our wingman like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hey, can you go out in sales with me?
It's on
That'll
tape.
work out perfect.
Absolutely.
We got
Pull
the
it up.
internet.
I like it though. He's very, very full of knowledge.
Yeah. Right.
Why are
now.
you blowing up my spot, dude?
just
I
saying,
know.
I'm
I was just
excited
trying
about
to-
the internet.
I was
so
like trying to be cool with it. and
Trying to
stuff,
be
but-
smart here.
trying to brag about technology.
All right.
Check us up a new beer.
What's
man.
next?
So what we've got now is I've decided to treat you guys with Sam Adams. They do a fall variety 12-pack. And all of these beers that we're about to try, except for the Oktoberfest, are only available in that fall variety pack.
Okay. Ooh.
So I said to myself, you know what, Vinny? And I said, Vinny. And Vinny said,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
I argue with myself a lot,
All
but
right.
we won't get into that. Shut
Okay.
up voices in my head.
good conversation.
So we're all good. So I decided to bring this in and sample the beers that are in there.
Okay.
What I like about variety packs is you can go out there, buy one 12-pack, get 6 different beers, and be like, wow, I feel like I
Sure.
bought 6 different 12-packs. So we're all good to go.
Doing the math here. Buy a 12-pack, get 6 different beers.
Two of
You
each.
got ripped off, dude.
Yeah.
You get 2 each.
You get those.
I mean, really? Seriously? Did you really just try to give that to me like that?
By the way, quick look at the beer counter. 1. All right. That's not good. If the math has gotten that bad already,
The mug was big.
just stay tuned.
All right, let's drink.
So, folks, there are 2 each in there, so please understand that there's 2 each. Okay. The first,
It's like, think about it as Noah's Ark.
absolutely. Two. So what we're going to try right now is it's called the Spruce Lager. So it's a standard lager like the Sam Lager, but it's made with spruce tips. So they get the spruce tips from the trees, cut them up, kind of give a nice piney, resiny flavor to it. Kind of give you a little bit of that bitterness in a lager.
I already like what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spruce.
This is just one bottle of the 2 that you get in the 12-pack.
Okay. This is. I would imagine if were you to maybe lightly lick your Christmas tree, it might taste like this. I
I'm going
think.
to
I
be
don't know.
honest with you. When they first came out with spruce tip beers, I went out and did lick a couple spruce trees,
Yeah?
and it tastes just like
Really?
this.
Oh.
Yep.
Well. Okay. It does smell like it too.
No sap though. That's the
Yeah.
good part. You don't have to worry about the
I know
sap
it's
on your hands.
Oktoberfest, but now I'm already into December now. All right.
Well, this is more of that fall-y kind of style beer.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Yep. Put a present under this. Oh, Vinny, that's smooth though.
Right?
That's smooth.
Okay,
Not
let's
too
try it.
piney.
Post.
Not too piney. Probst.
Get a little
Wait,
bit.
that's the guy from the show, the game show. Never mind.
Are you saying probe or
I was
Prost?
going to Jeff Probst. It's a different dude. Gotta get the word. Let me give me the word. Give me the word again, real fast.
Post.
Okay, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
You got it. Okay.
Can you use it in a sentence?
2 German guys poured a glass of beer, looked at each other, and said, "Post."
There you go.
There we go.
All right. Now I feel like I understand it better.
Okay.
All right. Very tasty. Not too piney. And this it's classifies as a what?
That's really good.
What
It's
is
a lager.
this? It's a lager. Okay.
It's a lager. Really just a subtle hint of the pine.
Yeah.
Lagers are usually dry. Kind of pulls out, so it's not so dry. Has a decent finish. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
What do you think, Guy?
Tasty.
It's very decent. I
Right.
like it. Yes.
Krista, are you allowed to talk again or no?
Do it.
Mike, the video guy, is going to have to do a lot of censoring this trip, and I apologize, Mike. And
Yeah.
by the way, I keep meaning to call you out. Phenomenal job on what you're doing on YouTube, where you
Yes.
can catch us on YouTube.
That's right.
If you go to Hog Brew Review and see this full version, and you can see the
That's so
unedited
itchy.
version of what Krista's doing.
Yeah.
So you get it all set. But Mike, thank you for everything you do. You're awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so now we're going to start getting into Oktoberfest. So one of the ones I wanted to bring out is America's oldest brewery, German-born,
Okay.
Yuengling. When I was younger and I saw Yuengling, I thought it was Asian, and I was like, "Where is this beer coming out of?" But
It
it's
sounds like
actually
it should be,
German,
yeah.
and it's out of Pennsylvania, Pottstown, PA. It's the oldest.
Pottsville.
Thank you, Pottsville.
Welcome.
PA. It's actually the oldest brewery in America. It lasted through Prohibition by selling ice cream. And as a matter of fact,
Really?
they're bringing the ice cream back. Yep. So you can start getting Yuengling ice cream now throughout the country. Yuengling is only
Man.
in, I believe, 16 states now. It's not west of the Mississippi.
Is that
It's kinda
all,
like
really?
Smoky and Abandoned
Okay.
if you want to go ahead and put it in a car and drive it across.
Really?
But it still is the largest American craft brewery in the country.
That's kind of
being in
remarkable that
16
it's only in
states.
16 states.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Jeez.
Does a great job.
Wow.
We're going to have them full-time on the radio here, the whole spread in a couple weeks.
Okay.
But I wanted to bring the Oktoberfest out to kind of share their version of the Oktoberfest.
Excellent. Is this something? Is this an annual for them, or
Yeah, this is every year they
Yeah.
come out with the October.
Okay.
This is actually available on draft and in the bottle.
Okay.
You'll be able to get, I believe, 6-pack, 12-packs, and on draft.
All right. It's also maybe the best, aside from Leinenkugels, the best name to try to pronounce
Yes.
after a
Yuengling.
few beers. Yuengling.
Try to spell it.
Yuengling. I know this one by heart,
Okay.
but I've won a spelling bee before.
Oh, you did?
So a beer spelling bee too. Have you tried that?
No.
Oh, it's great.
Is it a drunken
Let's try
bee?
it later.
A
Yeah.
drunken spelling bee?
It was. It ended up being that way.
Ah.
Yeah.
You know
Makes
what?
it more
That's a
fun.
good idea for any of the accounts out there if they want
Yeah.
to do a drunken spelling bee.
Thank you.
Yeah.
like
Hello. Maybe an opportunity for a future brew review.
Future brew review. We
Where-
can have a drunken spelling bee.
Yeah.
5.4 ABV in this one.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes.
See, you said Yuengling. And in
Oh,
my head,
wow.
I'm waiting for a Yuengling.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Okay.
it's a Yuengling with some sass, right there. You know.
And Yuengling says this pairs nice with sausage, cheese, and bread.
So do I.
What if
As
you put it
turns
all
out.
together? A
You have a
sausage, cheese,
damn
and bread
Have a
sandwich?
damn good sandwich.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
a great sandwich with one of these.
Yeah.
So there again, great, right? A little more
Yeah.
oomph behind than a regular lager.
Yes.
Yuengling lager. A little more sweetness to it from the Martin, be a little bit more maltier. Not too sweet, but
not too
real
much.
nice. No,
Yeah.
that's not too sweet. Great beer.
Yeah. Plenty of flavor. Not like licking a pumpkin.
No.
Just want to put that out there.
No, absolutely not
Yeah.
like that. I got arrested for doing that
Yeah,
once.
you can't in a
No,
patch.
absolutely.
Or at Publix. I won't let you do that either. How you get another right though? Seriously. All right,
I
that's
don't
good.
understand why they don't let you. That's how you tell if they're fresh or not.
It's where America is these days.
It is.
Let's turn this thing political.
Yeah,
You know-
absolutely.
all right, never mind. All right, well, let's go back to the beer. All right, so you got something in front of you that has an attractive label.
So this is actually Sierra Nevada's
Really?
version of an Oktoberfest, and they started brewing an Oktoberfest about 3 years ago. And what they're doing is going to Germany and doing a collab. Well, actually, the Germans are coming over here, and they're doing a collaboration with different German breweries every year. This year happens to be a collaboration with Wiesn. Wiesn is the oldest brewery in the country or in the world.
Really? Wow. Okay. It's not easy to pronounce either. Put that on the
Now,
spelling bee.
all that German.
Yeah.
Weichstefaner.
I
all that
before
kind of stuff.
E,
Except
double
after
P's.
L or something like that.
I don't know.
All I remember is that Peanuts cartoon. Remember the Peanuts cartoon when
Yeah.
they were sitting there singing I before E,
Sure,
except
yeah,
after C,
absolutely.
and then you spell F,
That's how I learned
and then you got G. Yeah,
all
that-
the English.
That's through the Peanuts. Absolutely.
That and the band Rammstein. Those are the two things that taught me.
Du Hast?
That's
Them?
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, for the rest of the toast, Du Hast. Let's do
Du
that.
Hast.
Yeah.
I like it.
Don't know what that means. We may have to censor it later.
Yeah.
It means you have or you hate.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Well, we don't hate the beers.
no, it's the
I
opposite.
can't say that.
Non-Du Hast.
Non-Du Hast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Net.
So there again, this is Sierra Nevada's version of the Oktoberfest, and like I say, this year is with Wiesn.
Okay.
So every year the formula is going to change a little bit. It's going to be a little bit different in the flavor profiles, and I think that's awesome that they're actually pulling the German breweries over here to do stuff with America, because for years and years and years, Americans would go to Germany and learn how to brew the lagers and learn how to brew the ales. But now that we've advanced so far with craft beer and with beer in general, they're starting to send their guys over here to learn how to brew some of the stuff that we brew.
Because what is the time frame? Like if you're getting something that is not, if you're getting an import, that's truly an import. How long is that taking from brew time to when it gets in your store? That's a while, right?
It takes a month or two to get over here. That's why a lot of your stuff's pasteurized before it sends over here from Europe, to make sure everything's good, to keep everything tight and make sure we're all situated. Over here, we don't pasteurize anything, and not all beers are pasteurized that come over here, but you just different brew processes, make sure they're clean, sterile, everything's all set, and get it over here. In the 70s, I know you'll see a lot of your imports are in green glass, in like Heineken and stuff like that. And in the 70s, they wanted to separate themselves from the American brown glass. So when you were looking on a shelf, you'd look and see a green glass and know instantly that was an import. So Corona came out with the clear glass, but so they decided, well, actually Miller High Life had clear glass, but Corona chose clear. So when you were shopping through, you could see that green glass and think to yourself, oh, that's an import, and bring it out. Absolutely.
Except now it's skunky.
I did not know that.
Yep. All right. Next one.
It's another Vinny International glass beer fun fact.
Got to have everything, right?
This one has 6.0 ABV.
Oh, look out.
0.0. What's that from? Anybody know?
I didn't know we were taking a test.
It's a trivia test.
What is it?
Sounds lame.
0.0.
Is it a movie line?
It's a movie line. What movie is it from?
Oh, I thought that was the score you got on the high dive.
Oh, it was. But what's it?
I'm gonna say Van Wilder.
Nope. Earlier.
Oh, I'm gonna say Footloose.
Earlier.
I'm gonna say A Few Good Men.
Earlier.
All right, I'm going with Brubaker.
Animal House.
I'm going with Animal House.
Super close though.
0.
I was going Rocky Horror
Zero.
Picture Show next. Get the time warp.
And the time warp and the throwing the bread. We can throw beer bottles. All right.
All right.
So-
This is awesome.
Post.
Props.
No, it's post.
I'll get it.
Post.
Give me a
We'll
few.
get it.
I'll come around. Don't
All
worry
right.
about
Hold on. Guy. Post.
it. He didn't say it.
All right. Never mind.
We'll dub it in. What? Okay, that is now
Post.
That is a. That one's got a lot of flavor happening.
That does.
Yep.
It's a little bit lighter in color.
These hats are itchy.
A little bit.
I would not, if you again blindfold me. Don't. But blindfold me, I would not have ever gone Sierra Nevada.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Well, that's an influence from the German influence.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Sierra Nevada makes really good beers.
Yeah.
Most of them are hoppy. They
Right.
were the ones
Yeah.
that created the pale ale, kind of
Right.
bringing it out there. But when they spread their wings a little bit, start creating other beers, they do a phenomenal job. They're very meticulous on what they brew. I've seen their brew house and I've seen their science center where they check for make sure everything's good. There's no bacteria or anything.
Okay.
It's amazing how clean it is. We were just talking about that today. If you get a chance to go to Asheville, make sure you go to Sierra Nevada Brewery. It is probably the best looking brewery in the country. I'm sorry about the other people out there that we sell, but it is an amazing, amazing brewery. If you get a chance, you need to go there.
Cool.
So what do you guys think of this one?
It's really good.
Guy's taking a picture.
I just got a picture of Mike over there. He just looks so funny with his hat on.
Mike, get a shot of yourself.
Yeah, turn around, Mike.
Get a shot of yourself real fast. There you go.
All he needs is lederhosen, and he'd be fitting right in. He'd be all set.
They say this pairs well with an apple strudel.
Oh, strudel.
Strudel.
Like the
I'm
strudel.
gonna start toasting with strudel.
Bring the strudel to me.
It's even better.
All right, guys. So now we want to go ahead and try one of the original Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Like I say, they call it a Wiesn over there. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. I believe it's Wiesn.
Okay.
So this is the beer that they actually pour under the tent in Germany.
Yeah.
This comes out once a year. Paulaner does make an Oktoberfest year-round, but this is the special Wiesn for this year for what they pour under the tent.
Okay.
The other Oktoberfest they put out year-round is going to be a little bit maltier, a little bit sweeter than this one's going to be. It's going to have more of a dry finish.
Okay.
And this is also a lager. All your Oktoberfests are lagers. If somebody tells you have an Oktoberfest ale, They're wrong. They're all lagers. Yeah.
You throw them out.
Oh man, I had an account one time, and we were talking about a Belgian beer, and it was actually a cider that was made Belgian style, and that's with Argent coriander. And the guy looks at me dead in the eye, as serious can be, and he goes, "Yup." So the guy came in here and he told me they used a Belgian yeast in it, Belgian wheat yeast. And I looked at him, I'm like, a Belgian wheat yeast? And this is the guy that works in a craft bar that should know what's rolling.
Oh.
And I would not otherwise make fun of people. No, if you don't understand, I fully realize. But when you're trying to tell me something that you know is wrong,
right.
It's not good. So I'm like, you realize there's only like 2 styles of yeast. There's a lager and there's an ale. And they don't, they break them down in between there. And he's like, oh, got it all set. So they go with that. It was kind of a funny story. I guess if you were there, you'd be laughing.
Did he jump in a time machine and go back so he could unsay that?
No, he didn't. He just kind of stared at me with that look in his face. So this is going to be the Paulaner Wiesn. You're going to see this is going to be a little bit lighter in color, a little bit lighter in flavor as well. Probably more towards the Pilsner style, but still have some sharpness to it.
I'm trying to go to their website, but it's taking me to a German website.
Well, you have to say you're
about to
over
get some
21.
pop-ups, bro.
It'll
Yeah.
ask you 2 sides.
Yeah.
Well, it actually says, are you over 18?
No, you're in the German one then.
Uh-oh. Look out. You're going to get a couple
No,
videos
everything's
on
in
that.
English over here.
So you see how this is lighter than the other ones that we poured?
on the front.
Okay. So you're going to have a little bit of a lighter profile on this. And like I say, this is the
This is an
actual beer.
Oktoberfest beer that's this light.
Oktoberfest beer that's light.
Wow.
It's the Wiesn. This is the one that they actually pour under the tents in Munich for these next 2 to 3 weeks.
All right. Well, Skol or whatever.
And Paulaner is one of the
Post.
beers that,
Oh, that was Du Hast.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, non-Du Hast.
Non-Du Hast. I'm working them through. I'm going to try one each time. One will stick eventually. That is not, I would never, again, I would not expect this would be like the real deal under the Oktoberfest tent, but this is very good.
Yep.
I feel like you could have a lot of these and still have a meal.
Yes.
You know?
Well, you see them. They serve them in those. Where'd that big glass go? They serve them in these ones that are like this size and a little bit bigger.
Okay.
And they bring them over and you drink them. It's the whole go through. And I think I watched a TV show where they actually have medical tents set up outside. They call them hangover tents. So when you're done, you go out there and they'll give you IVs of fluid. And they'll give you aspirin, whatever else you need, and you can rest there until you feel better. I guess they learned through the years that too many people were laying out in the front yard with their pants off, and they were all set. So they brought them into the place where they had to be, and give you some IVs and give you some other stuff.
We have one that's under that table right back there in the corner. You can't really see it from this camera shot. Yeah, that's where ours is.
That's where you go crawl when we're all done with this?
And we don't have a proper IV, so we got some. Well, we got like a siphoning hose.
I like it. Puts it up your nose.
And a turkey basting needle.
And coincidentally, under here, we have a keg.
Yeah.
And you kind of roll through.
Yeah, that's right.
I got her with the whole
You got it. Nice.
Non-Du Hast.
Non-Du Hast.
Yeah, that's good. I can see like what that. No, that and what do we got? What is our alcohol content on this?
I can't even tell you.
I think this one is 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
So it's not that.
No.
You can do some work.
Oh, I lied. 6%.
Oh, well, yeah. You can still do some work.
So you still
on that.
some work on it. This is actually available in 6-packs, and I know for a fact that Half Walls have them on. I brought them in on draft for them. I believe that McKay's put it on, and I believe that there was one other one that put it on because I didn't bring a whole lot in. Do you remember, Krista?
Is it Tans?
Huh?
Is it Tans or Robbie's?
No. I don't know. They may have. Anyway, we brought them in. You'll be able to get them out there on draft.
Good.
Don't just throw names out periodically. Just know what you're talking about when you're talking, please. So
we were gonna dub in the proper information, but it's too late now.
her lips will be moving, but we'll just dub in the rights.
Are you related to intern Steve?
Where is he, by the way?
What's next?
So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to probably America's favorite Oktoberfest. That's made in America, actually, and that's Sam Adams Octoberfest. This beer is one of the best-selling beers for Sam Adams.
Okay.
When the season comes out, it rocks, it rolls. It's an amazing beer.
Yeah.
You're gonna see this one's gonna be a little bit darker than the Wiesn that we were with.
All right.
It's gonna be more of a traditional with the Marzen. It's gonna be a little bit darker, as you can see in color there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
A little bit darker. It's going to have a little maltier flavor profile behind it.
Yes, that's what you start thinking October. That looks like October.
It does, right?
Yeah. If I could fill this thing with leaves, it would look even more like October.
It would. It would. If you could fill it with pumpkins and leaves
yeah.
and everything nice.
Bats.
Bats.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of bats.
Yeah.
Oh, we got wings.
All right, super tasty. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Costuming.
Costuming. We got a bat going on. Put it
Krista.
on your head.
Krista.
Put it on your head.
Krista.
Krista. I told you we were going to put it earlier. We won't talk about it.
Yeah.
But there you go. It goes around that head. Right around. There you go. All set. Now we have
Awesome.
a bat.
Love it.
Love it. Works.
There you go.
Okay.
If anything gets
Back
weird,
girl.
it's going to be able to fly out of here.
What
The
are we
rest of
having
us will
now?
be
The
stuck.
Sam Adams October.
We're on a Sam Adams Octoberfest. Like I say, this is one of the best-selling seasonals for Sam.
Oh, yeah.
It's an amazing seasonal. It is delicious. I love it. It stays consistent every year. Excuse me. And it's going to be, like I say, it's 5.3% alcohol. And like I said, it was going to be a little bit more sweeter.
Yeah.
Sweeter.
Still not
more
too
sweeter,
much,
but a
though.
little
It's still
sweeter.
not-
too much.
none of these have
but
been-
It's a little bit more of that Martin style versus the Wiesn style that we had earlier.
Okay. None of these tongue scraping
No.
flavor.
No, none of that kind of kind of thing. So
That's good.
5.3 ABV.
Yep, 5.3. Thank you, sir. So let's just say, oh, you already drank. Never mind. You can't
I
even-
already blew it. I'm sorry. Well, I tried the other ones. You know?
Remember what room you're in, Vinny.
Yeah.
You put beer in front of us, there's no such thing as the word wait.
I know. It's like, whoa. Oh,
Well,
Plus, now we have
with me, the word wait comes into
Now
play.
we have proper steins. We have a safety handle now. We can drink a lot faster. Otherwise, you can knock yourself in the
Knock
teeth
yourself
or
in
your
the
eye
teeth.
or whatever. Yeah. A lot
So-
of wounds.
So the nice part about that beer, like I'm saying, it's a little bit darker.
Okay.
And it has a little more flavor undertones to it than you do out of the Wiesn.
Okay.
And that's been that way for Sam throughout.
Right.
Pretty much that's what he's done, and that's the way he's.
And how long does Sam run this beer?
They run
seasonally?
this. I think we got it in August, and
Yeah.
it'll run through the end of October.
Okay.
Until
All right.
part of November, and then the Sam Winter will come out,
Okay.
which is that spices and
All right.
real nice lager. It's got some Christmas spices in it. It's real good.
So if you want this, go now.
Go now. This is
Go get
available
it.
on draft everywhere.
Yeah.
It's available in package everywhere,
Right.
and it's available in 6-packs everywhere.
All those places.
And it's also, if you buy that mix pack I was talking about, we're going to get into a few more of the beers.
Oh, yeah.
It's available in that mix pack. Too.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay.
As it should be.
As it should.
Like a little Halloween gift.
So, getting back to the mix pack, the next one we're going to work with is the Sam Adams Black Lager from the 6-pack. So this is actually going to be a lager that's going to have a little bit of roasted malts in there. So it's going to change the color. It's going to be a dark color, but it's actually a light beer, believe it or not, when you drink it. A lot of people look at the dark and go, oh no, it's going to be too much. It's not. It's got
Really?
a nice, it's a lager style. It's going to finish like a lager. It's going to have a little bit of that coffee malt to it when you drink it.
All right. So don't judge a beer by its cover.
Never, never. Yeah. Who sang that song? That was
Yeah. I think it was the producers.
Who sang that song?
Yeah.
Who sang
Roberta
that song?
Flack originally.
No,
Which
the
one?
blues guy that sang it. That wasn't Roberta Flack. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Just made
Don't
that
judge
up.
a thing.
Oh, that must be deep in your vinyl category. I don't know.
It is. I'll get it out. You know, if I said this, if I said him, you know who he was, and I'll come to him.
Oh, it's gonna.
So maybe magically it'll appear on the video.
a lot of brain. Yeah, right. It'll be here.
Bo Diddley.
That dude. Oh, Bo Diddley.
Bo Diddley. I knew I had to get it. You tell me you don't know who Bo Diddley is?
Of course.
Oh man,
It's Mr. Halloween.
it is.
I know Bo Jackson. He was pretty good.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah.
Speaking of football, how about them Bills?
How about you? How about your Bills? On the brink of doom,
They're on the brink of doom.
and your Bills. And I don't want
Whoa.
to show you our football picks over here, but let me tell you that there
That
were
is
some
very
people in
dark.
this room who picked against the Bills.
Somebody picked against the Bills.
I did. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
man.
I didn't know, but now I won't anymore. I won't make that mistake again.
No, that was the one time I think. All right, guys.
All right.
So this is the Sam Black Lager. Like I say, this is only available. It's going to have little hints of cocoa.
yeah.
And it's only available in the mix pack. It's 4.9%.
Okay.
It is a lager. It is not an ale. So when you drink it,
It's
you're
feather
not
light.
expecting
Yeah.
what you're getting. You're going to think it's going to be like a thicker, heavier.
Yeah.
It's not. It's very light and crispy.
That is like whipped butter.
It
That is very light.
is very light, but it almost tastes like it would be thick.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
You expect to chew it. You don't have to chew it.
Yep.
Yeah. You
You're
don't
right
need
over
that.
there.
Went down the wrong
Then he
place.
chewed his.
I chewed mine. That's what
Yeah.
happened.
Thank God for the safety signs.
It
Yeah,
spreads.
that's
But,
contagious, I guess.
It is nice, right? Got that little hint of,
a lot of good
cocoa
flavor in there,
underneath.
yeah.
And being a lager, it's got a nice finish.
Yeah.
It's real good. It's real clean. And
is
there
very
again, this is available in that mix pack. So I'm telling you, when you see a mix pack, sometimes that's the best way to go. A lot of people get a little nervous of them, but you only have,
love
ready
the
for
mix
this
pack.
guy?
I love it.
There's 12 of them, but there's 2 each.
Yeah.
So you can share it with a friend, and you can get yourself sit down and kind of go with it. So you're all set.
Cool.
And it's a good beer, and it gives you a chance to try different beers.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's great. You get to
Share it with a friend. What?
Yeah, you don't have to though.
I know I'm not a friend anymore. after
What?
this.
Why would I share? It's good beer.
So, right, nice. Got a
Yeah.
creamy head. I mean, look at the way it pours. It
Yeah.
pours nice.
Pours perfectly.
She said sometimes there's 3 of each, 4 varieties.
4 varieties.
I
True.
did the math for him.
Yeah.
I'm a sweet lady.
It's good. No, that's good. You're just helping out the fractions.
Yeah.
At this point.
There are some that way. It does change. Some have 2, some have 4.
Right.
Or some
There's
have
math
3,
in
some have
here.
4.
But this is only available in the
The
pack.
fall variety mix pack.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
And you can find this where? You
can
got
find
SR
this-
Perot, but
You can find us at Publix.
Okay.
You can find us at Walmart, Winn-Dixie, Total Wine, some of your local independent guys. It's in that 12-pack fall variety. Sierra Nevada does a 12-pack fall variety as well, which will maybe when we do them in a couple weeks,
Okay.
we'll bring them out.
Right.
But it's just a great way to experience different beers that you can't get. So what they do sometimes is they'll retire a beer that you can't get full time,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to get it in the 12-pack. Sierra Nevada, they had a rye. They retired it, but you can get it in a 12-pack. So it's just ways that kind of keeps people happy, but also gives you a varietal. And then if it does very, very well, then they know, okay, that beer did great. Maybe we'll bring
Sure.
it up. So,
now would you be able to actually go to Sam Adams themselves and ask them to send you a 12-pack of just the one you want?
I don't know about that. I've never tried it. You can go on the website and see what they say. They may
You know
laugh
a
at
guy?
you because I don't think it's legal to send beer that way. So you may come with the FBI or something, but that's up to you if you really want it that bad.
I'm gonna try.
Well, in fairness, guy.
if you don't see me on Monday, you'll know.
Yeah, I'll know.
In fairness, the guy, the German video he was watching earlier, it's all on the dark web.
It's on
so
the
it's
dark
okay.
web.
You can probably get the same beer on the dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I looked up Lederhosen and I just went into a portal.
Yeah. Don't. That's a quick tip for the kids out there. Don't Google Lederhosen.
Don't Google Lederhosen. You can
All right.
wear them, but don't Google
All
them.
right. Lessons learned.
All
I
right.
love it. All right. It's getting festive.
Okay, guys. The next one we're going to work with, there again, I haven't even had this one, and this is only available in the mix pack. It's a coffee pale ale.
What?
So it's going to be a
makes no
pale
sense.
ale with
Yeah,
coffee.
That does not make sense.
doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't, right? So
Explain.
Well, it's a coffee pale ale. I mean, it's a
All right. Well,
pale ale with coffee.
that was dubbed in. That was dubbed in. That was not. It didn't actually happen.
I forgot the mic was there.
It didn't actually happen. Don't run for the mic now.
All right.
We gotta fix it in post, Mike.
All right. Yeah, please do something with it. All right. So the next we're going to work with is a coffee pale ale.
What's that beer counter? Oh, that explains it.
We're down. We're on it pretty good.
Thank God for these hats. All right. So coffee pale
I
ale.
smell coffee. I didn't mean to put my nose in your
Is that
glass.
like who else?
I smell
Just be glad he didn't sneeze.
What happens in
coffee.
That would have been your glass real quick.
what happens in my stein stays in my stein.
I just wanted
Probably
to
not a good
note
rule.
That Mike, the video guy, gets a sample every time.
Yeah.
So if the video gets a little shaky or a
Yeah.
little crazy,
Right.
that's why.
Yeah. Sure.
I
We have
mean, no,
lost
he
five.
doesn't.
He does a good job. Gold
Oh
star.
my. Okay, the aroma immediately. I feel.
Absolutely hits you, right?
Wow. Brew a pot of that. Yes. Yes, please. Hey, and,
press.
and here's a great opportunity to try these flavors without having that like bloating, heavy feel.
Absolutely.
Love
And you
that.
know, there again, getting back to it, there's only 2. So if you don't like it, force it on your friend, and you're
Hmm? Yeah.
good.
And you're
Hey,
like a hero. Hey, he just shared beer with me.
He just shared a beer with me. What
a
You don't tell
beautiful
him you don't like
gesture.
it. Just
Right.
tell him to share it.
Yeah, but just here's the tip, though.
Yeah.
If you don't like something and your friends are around, do not make a face.
Absolutely.
Right.
You're just like, hey, you want this?
Yeah.
Because if you make a face, you'll be like,
Yeah.
After a while, they'll catch on when you're not offering them the good ones you like. But
you have to say, I love this, but I'm willing to share it with you.
So
Right.
the cool part, though, is all joking aside, you may not like it, but you might be surprised your buddy may like
Yeah.
it. So that's where you get into that
Wow.
whole type of situation.
That is just one of the That is an anomaly of beer right there.
Absolutely.
I am a coffee drinker,
Yeah.
and this is definitely a coffee beer.
Yeah.
But it's like a beer that has black coffee in it, but it's not black.
So you think
it's
it's
not
like
heavy.
a cold press versus a done in a drip?
It's like a French press, yes.
French press. That's what I'm thinking. French press. Yep.
I got you.
We just started getting into that. I don't see what the deal is. I like my coffee so it pours like syrup, and it's very hard to get that out of a French press. I don't know, but
So you like very strong coffee.
I like very strong coffee. You know what got me? I didn't drink coffee for years.
We call that radio coffee.
So
I feel like if you have this beer and you do a radio show and you wanted to have it and then not smell like beer later, it would smell like coffee. And you'd
It'd
be
smell
like,
like
it's
coffee.
like
You'd be all set and you can
Just
do
put
it.
it in a
So-
nondescript mug.
believe it or not, a beer got me drinking coffee. So years ago, when I was probably about 9 or 10 years old, I was drinking hot chocolate, and I put it on the table, and I went back to grab that hot chocolate after it cooled
Oh,
off,
yes.
and I slammed it. And it ended up being my mom's coffee with a cigarette put down in it. So after that, I could not get near cigarette or coffee for years. But Terrapin came out with a beer called Wake and Bake, and when we have them on, you'll be able to sample
Oh, yeah,
it.
yeah.
That got me drinking coffee again. So I love coffee. I still don't smoke cigarettes, but I'll drink that coffee. So we're all good.
I don't smoke cigarettes either.
I know.
By the way, just in time for the holiday season, Vinny's book. Oh my God! I just put that in my mouth. There it is. That's the early cover art.
That's the front. Ready?
Yeah,
That's the
it.
early cover. So we got to
Look for it.
But
That's
there again,
good though.
Post.
Wow. Yeah, surprisingly tasty and not. I feel like I can do some
just
jumping
enough
jacks.
coffee.
Yeah.
Not a fan of coffee beers, but that one was actually pretty
It
decent.
does. It's got just enough coffee in it to let you know it's coffee, but it doesn't overwhelm you.
It has enough beer in it to let you know it's still
It's
a beer.
a beer. Remember you talked about all the time the coffee versus beer, you know,
Yes.
or I'm sorry,
Beer,
beer versus fruit versus beer.
Right.
And I think this is beer first, coffee second.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure it is.
So absolutely.
You get the last taste in your mouth is coffee.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could drive that to
Um,
Flavor Town right
That's what
there.
happened with that cup I drank it. First taste of cigarette, last taste of coffee.
Again,
Was it a menthol?
the book available on pre-order right now. Oh,
What? She actually smoked,
Whoa!
she actually smoked cool.
did you just
All
pull a
right.
candle?
So it was a
out of
menthol.
there?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I brought a candelabra out. So now I'm going to get some colder ones because we've been taking a little while.
Sure. This room is completely climate controlled.
We're going to start getting into the pumpkin ales.
Okay.
Pumpkin spice latte and up boots.
Yes.
So we're going to work with our.
I just want to say, I hate everything pumpkin spice, so these better impress me.
Agreed.
Oh,
man.
that's
Do you
our
not
first
even eat-
brew
so-
review
wait,
warning.
I know. Do you eat
Ooh.
pumpkin pie?
Red alert.
I love pumpkin pie.
Okay, good. I was going to have to say, if you didn't like pumpkin pie, we're going to throw down. But if you like pumpkin pie, we're
I
good.
don't like pumpkin pie, and my mom thinks I do.
Well, you know what? We're going to throw down then. Because if you
Don't
don't like
tell
pumpkin
Well, it's
You
my
don't
secret.
tell
She'll never watch this.
if you,
I hope.
what's your mom's number? All right, so
867
Seven.
5309. And her name is Jenny.
75309. Yeah. So we're gonna start getting into the pumpkin ales. The first one we're gonna do is we'll do Tampa Bay.
Oh.
I know we had these guys on a little while ago, and this is their version of a pumpkin. It's called Gourds Gone Wild.
See, based on what we know about the Tampa, the TBBC, I
Yes.
feel like this is going to be awesome.
Oh, it is delicious.
Yeah?
I'm going to tell you, I like pumpkin beers. I'm not a huge fan. I like them if they're good.
Okay.
Like we talked about. This is good. I'm not a fan of pumpkin beers that have the artificial pumpkin flavor in them.
Yeah, right.
Give me pumpkin or give me death. That's
Sure.
what I say. So this is actually real. All these three you're going to try are real pumpkin. As a matter of fact, the Rogue Beer, they grow their own pumpkins in Oregon on the grounds where they have the brewery. So
Okay.
and then just go out and pick them, bring them in, and use them. But we're going to go ahead with Gourds Gone Wild first.
Love it.
Tampa Bay Brewing Company is one of my favorite Florida breweries.
Yes.
So I have a lot of faith in this because everything they make is phenomenal.
Let's give a shout out to Jeremy Labardi from Tampa Bay. That's
right.
Doing a great job.
He hadn't
The
been
only
here in
thing
a
is
minute.
his timing's off a little bit. He's calling me on this Friday morning when he knows I'm doing a radio station.
Don't call Vinny during the brew review. When his pocket starts vibrating and compromising.
What do you want me to text him? I'll
Oh,
text
that's
him.
pretty good stuff right there. So I've seen this in the stores already. I have not tried it because I knew you'd bring it in here.
Absolutely.
And it is a little dark,
Yeah,
as it should be, right?
It's like
So-
something bit me, but it didn't.
The nice part about this pumpkin,
Oh,
I didn't bring a lot of pumpkins
oh, man.
in. This is one of them. We brought it in on draft. In fact, we're done with the draft. Everybody bought it up on me already.
Yeah.
And I know that Stonewood's on out there by
On LPGA.
95, on LPGA.
Yeah.
They just brought my last 3. They're going to be putting it on. So
okay.
I know the McKay's had it. Abby had it. I'm not even going to ask Krista. I know it's out there. I know it's out there in a few other places.
Well, I'm sure that we'll dub it right in all the locations right there. There you
We'll
go.
get them all set.
Get them all. But
So this one actually has got a little more pumpkin pie flavor to it versus
man.
pumpkin, right?
but that doesn't taste like pumpkin to me as much as just a good like a fall fruit sampler.
Okay. I didn't know. Fall fruit sampler. Fall fruit.
You know, like gourds.
Gourds aren't a fruit.
No.
Are they? Are gourds a fruit?
I don't know. I was throwing that out there.
Are
I was
gourds a
hoping.
fruit?
I was hoping.
Can we look?
Verification
I don't
meter.
know.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. You smelling it? Right?
Smells amazing.
I know.
Does?
If this were a candle, I'd light it and take a bath right now. Right now. Or a long shower. Either way.
wow.
One of
Okay.
those.
I keep forgetting how good that beer is
Maybe a
every time I
steam?
drink it.
I told you it better impress me.
Uh-oh.
I would definitely buy this.
Nice.
Oh.
Yes.
So you know what that means? I'm going to get pictures later of you going to Publix buying out what they
Right.
have. I'm excited. I'm excited about
And they're stocking the crap out of it, so I'm gonna be.
And by the way,
No, we just got paid today, so yeah.
Ah, nice. Rock it out.
And by the way, best name around. Gourds Gone Wild.
Gourds Gone Wild.
Love that.
Love it.
Love that. And they
Love
are.
it.
It is a unique flavor. It's
It
not
is.
it's not full pumpkin.
It is. It's more
It's a
of a
little bit
pie.
of spice.
It's more of a pie.
Yeah.
You're even getting almost whipped cream on
You
the
whipped
end of
cream
it.
out? Because I
Yeah.
was thinking about whipped cream.
You do. Well, you get
For a
little bit
whole
of that
different
flavor.
reason I was thinking about whipped cream.
I
But
know.
now
well, that's where the Gourds Gone Wild. I don't know
Yeah.
if you ever seen those videos of
Sure.
the pumpkins up on during Daytona Beach up on the balcony showing their stuff. That's where that comes from. But you got
course.
the whipped cream. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's during Gourtoberfest.
That's during
Anybody comes to Daytona for that?
Gourtoberfest.
Things get weird. Just,
it's a crazy
yeah,
thing.
just,
I think they stopped that a few years ago.
what
didn't
happens
they?
here stays here. They did stop it, but it still happens on a couple of alleys.
It does?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm actually talking to Jeremy right now,
yeah.
and I said I must apologize. I've made fun of you and your pumpkin beer. I'm in love, and he goes, "What?" And I said, "Gourds Gone Wild, badass." And he goes, "Yeah, it is."
That's Jeremy. So, yeah,
You just interrupted his midday nap.
absolutely. You know how these, she's going to find out soon how these brew reps are. They work for an hour, go home for an hour.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I had one call me. He calls me up, and it was 7:59, and he goes, "You've never had a brewery rep call you before? 8, have you before?" And I'm like, "No, not really." So we talk. So the next day I had to call him. I call him at 7:30. I figure he's up. Nope. Sleeping like a baby.
Really?
So he just
Oh, wow.
had to be up. So
Adjusting the lifestyle quickly.
it is very quickly. So I expect Krista not to be up until 11
Krista, we
o'clock.
will start calling you
hitting
after
a few
11.
accounts, eating lunch,
Yeah.
hanging out at the beach, and then going
Yeah.
home. So
Yeah.
that's what I figure is going to happen. Is that how you got it set up?
Why are you looking at my agenda?
Oh.
Whoa, whoa.
You got to talk a
Wow.
little louder.
Yeah.
Don't use your NPR voice. I did that in the beginning. It's not good. All right.
She's shy.
She's shy. Yeah, you guys don't know her. All right.
No, she's not that shy.
So the next one I'm going to move on to, guys, is going to be the Sam Adams Pumpkin Ale.
Okay.
There again, this is only available in the mix pack.
All right.
So if you want to go out there and try it, get it with your mix pack.
Okay.
So
Just a couple months out of the year, you grab this.
yeah, you grab this out of your mix pack.
Now I'm gonna.
So who is this? I apologize.
This is Sam
Sam
Pumpkin.
Adams.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume this is gonna be full throttle pumpkin. And I have carved.
It's going to be tough to beat the Tampa Bay. But
I think so. I have hand carved pumpkins for a lot of years in a row.
what's your
And I
go-to?
lick my fingers.
What's your go-to character in the pumpkin?
Usually Paul Stanley a kiss. Then you make one regular eye and one star.
You
Probably.
lying sack.
Oh yeah, no, I love making the kiss pumpkins. You ever made the kiss pumpkins? No, you want
Mine
the kiss?
is-
Okay.
mine is a-
Gene's a lot of work.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Kit Kat commercial where that woman destroys that pumpkin and she goes, "I'm sorry," and he goes, and gives her a Kit Kat?
I love Kit
That's
Kat.
my pumpkin.
Yes. And by the way, Kit Kat's out now in the white chocolate orange holiday.
Give me a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
White chocolate
White
orange?
chocolate orange flavor.
Are you kidding me?
Kit Kat. Yeah.
White chocolate orange
You gotta
flavor
chase
Kit
them.
Kat?
Yeah, the middle is like orange.
Is it really?
White on the outside, orange on the inside.
Wow.
Yeah. We don't
I'm looking forward
discriminate.
to that now. No, because I
don't-
like the dark chocolate. You ever had the dark chocolate Kit Kats?
Oh. Oh,
Now we're talking.
Man.
Somebody told me there's dark chocolate Toblerone.
I wonder if that would pair well with this.
Oh, it would.
Yeah, dark- yeah.
Absolutely. The pumpkin one you're talking about, the orange, that would pair well.
I would drink this
Oh,
with Thanksgiving
This
dinner.
is very subtle.
I would.
It's very subtle, Vinny. Or, I'm sorry, Sam Adams.
So these guys are going more towards the pumpkin flavor versus being that pie-ish flavor.
Okay, yeah.
So they're
Yes,
going
I
more
would-
towards
yes.
pumpkin meat style, getting that good pumpkin flavor in there, kind of roasted
Yeah.
pumpkin, getting that feeling, as opposed to having where Tampa Bay, you got more of that pumpkin pie with some of the allspice and some of the other spices.
This Sam Adams is, if you want to sit there and have your Thanksgiving dinner and enjoy a beer
This
that
is it.
tastes
Yeah.
like pumpkin, boom.
This is it.
Now, if you're going to have dinner or you're going to have dessert, Gourds Gone Wild.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Having licked my hands after carving pumpkins before,
Didn't mean to do that.
this does not taste like that. This is way better than that.
Yeah.
You know?
What's
it's
that?
like beer first, pumpkin
Pumpkin later.
subtle.
It's that roasted pumpkin.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
I had a buddy of mine who's a home brewer, Dano. He actually runs Mermaid Juice down in Mount Dora. That guy back in the day, we're talking 12 years ago, he roasted pumpkin on a barbecue pit and put it in his beer, and it was amazing. And that's where I really started getting those pumpkins. I don't know if you know this, but I know there's a comedian out there, I won't say who posted a thing on ABC, and he talked about, where's beer gone? How come beer tastes like the beer does now? Where has beer gone? Hey, all these local breweries are not good because they're brewing all kinds of crazy beer. What he doesn't understand is we've had these crazy beers for years. Prohibition kind of killed it, so we were stuck with the major breweries that were brewing just pilsners and lagers. George Washington was huge pumpkin beer brewer.
Oh.
Thanks, George.
GW.
Thomas Jefferson, sweet potato. So all these beers. have
Thanks,
been out.
Tommy.
Yeah.
All these beers were out before all this stuff. Then we had Prohibition. Then we had TV that told you beer was supposed to taste the way it is. So we were trained to drink that beer because that's what we were told to taste like. Now we're opening our horizons back up, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I sent this guy a message.
comedian.
Yes, I sent
Does
him
his
a message.
name rhyme with Blue Jerry?
No.
All
I
right.
sent him a message. I was drinking at the time. I sent him a message back on his Facebook, but I haven't heard back from him again.
Okay.
So I'm just not very happy the way he talked about it and the way he went with. Guys, realize that we're in America. Beers are being made here. I understand you like to drink a Pilsner, and that's phenomenal. Go ahead and drink it, but don't make fun of people who want to drink these other beers. You know, these commercials talking about meads. Oh, give me a mead, and the guy throws them in a, what do you call it? Let people drink what they want. If
Right.
you want to drink a light beer, drink it. If you want to drink a craft beer, drink it. Craft beer guys, don't put the light beer guys down.
No.
Light beer guys, don't put the craft beer guys
Try
down.
'em all.
You don't know what you're missing until you
Right.
try it. So, and that's kind of where the country's leading again. You know, the big guys are like, refocus, don't drink those beers, you know, blah, blah, blah. So we got to get into it.
That's right.
But anyway, I went off on
I
a
like
tangent.
it. Oh, I like
I
it.
apologize because that comedian really ticked me off.
Does his name rhyme with Orm Thickdonald?
Now, African.
Okay. Oh!
All right,
Oh,
so-
well, that's not a good judge of beer.
Yes, absolutely. So,
I think.
that's what it rhymes with.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, let's.
Sarah Silverman. No, wait, that's not it. All right.
Oh, that was.
Whoa, look, Vinny's hands look small.
I know, huh? That's actually a 20. Can you hold this for me? That's a 25 ounce. So we get it all.
Camera wasn't on me that time, buddy.
Oh.
So cool story about these guys.
Yeah.
This is Rogue.
Okay.
They actually grow their pumpkins on the brewery site.
Really?
So every year they cut them, bring them in, and that's what they use to brew their beer with.
Okay.
So these are fresh, super fresh pumpkins.
Wow.
I know that Good Gourd or Gourds Gone Wild. I mean, Tampa Bay, they buy up a farm. Buy the pumpkins. As a matter of fact, I found out their beer that we tried. I don't know if we tried it or not. But to do a kumquat beer in the springtime,
Oh,
called
no, we
Quat.
didn't try. Yeah, we.
Amazing. They buy every kumquat from a farmer down in Florida.
Yeah.
Everyone. They're just like, yep, we want your whole field. So there again, that comedian that we were talking about, these local guys are helping the local community.
Yeah.
They're buying fruits and vegetables. They're buying goods. They're supplying jobs. They're doing all that kind of
Right.
stuff. So before we start beating up on craft beer and local beers, let's remember what they're doing for our community.
Sure.
By supplying jobs, buying goods from all our
Entire
local people.
crops, for crying out loud.
Doing the
Yeah.
crops, buying everything, marketing, working with our distributors, creating jobs for sales, creating jobs for construction because they're growing. So there again, I'm going off my tangent, but I'm telling you now, let's all do crafts. So last one we got, guys, is Rogue Pumpkin, and we're gonna try this one, and we're done. So if you want to give me your,
I love it. Such an impressive bottle. Don't judge a man by the size of a bottle, though. I always say that, too. Like, never do that. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah?
Have you not had this yet either?
I haven't had this in like 2 years.
Oh, that's... Oh, man. Now, that's kind of... I'm getting pumpkin pie right off the...
I am too.
Sniff.
Smelling right there. Allspice. Yep.
Right. And maybe some cinnamon? I don't know. Or maybe it's a Cinnabon. Maybe I'm at Cinnabon and I'm having this beer.
Oh, man. I love Cinnabons.
Oh, boy. I'm in an airport lobby.
Thank you, Dole.
Welcome.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Bingo. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's tasty.
Can I just smell it for a while?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
Lick
that
your
is-
No,
stein.
I'd actually rather drink it.
That is good. That is real good.
Yeah. You've had a lot of...
Oh, wow.
Right?
You've had
Is
a
that
lot of these
tasty?
beers. A
Okay.
lot of them have overpowering flavors. This does
doesn't.
not have
Very
that
subtle
overpowering...
again.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
and that's what I like. I like that subtleness. And I think some of the breweries out there use artificial flavors, and you can tell.
Yeah, right.
This is not artificial. This is
Yeah.
all natural.
They're just flinging pumpkins in the...
They're just flinging them in there,
Toss 'em
crushing
in.
them up, throwing them in the
Love
mix,
that.
and moving on.
Yeah. That's
I would
very tasty.
like to publicly apologize to everybody.
Yeah. To pumpkin?
I hate pumpkin spice everything,
yeah.
but now I'm a fan of pumpkin spice
There you
beer.
go.
Nice. See that?
Yeah.
But can I tell you something, Guy? That's why I'm here. I'm here to open your eyes.
Look at that.
I'm here to let you envelop in other styles of beer and realize what it is and what you're missing. So I'm glad.
Vinny is your
I want to
beer
kiss you
life
right on the
guy.
lips.
Wait till after. Wow, that's good.
That is
Wow.
So
That's very good.
with that,
I expected a lot of heavy... I expected to be pulling pumpkin seeds out of my teeth.
absolutely.
It's just beer with a little pumpkin flavor. I love it.
Yep. I
Thanks,
like it.
Rogue.
Thank you, Rogue.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Jeez.
Not a bad beer in the bunch that you brought. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad. We brought a lot, and that's good, man. It's hard to find sometimes where you get a bad one. So.
Now, do we all do a traditional
11 beers today.
Oktoberfest dance?
Yeah. We do post.
Crystal will now lead us in that dance. Here we
Yeah,
go.
Krista.
Oh,
we go.
I did not sign up for this.
Oh, yeah, but you can do all the other stuff while you're
Oh.
doing it, but you're afraid to do that. All right. Post.
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 Esta para
Post.
post.
Hot post. Hot post.
Thanks, guys.
This fucking
Yeah.
beer, it's
We-
fucking
we can
great.
say-
Fucking fantastic.
Oh, this
She can't control it.